Jonathan, welcome to the BLND podcast.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
How's it going? Straight off the flight.
I am better now. You feel
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's good to hear. You're a label manager at Sony. What's that like? How'd you get into that?
It was literally, I was doing Uber Eats one day. I was picking up somebody's American Deli. Got a text from one of the big homies. Yo, I got this opportunity. Called him about it. He told me what it was. And then he recommended me. Took the opportunity.
What was the process like? Is it like an interview or you just like kind of back and forth and it just happened?
It was a simple, he made the recommendation. They went with the recommendation. And then I got onboarded. Filled out the paperwork, all that.
And before you started, did you know what you were going to be doing exactly, or you just knew what the opportunity was?
I had an idea of it. Like, They needed somebody on ground to help with the label. And that label is Cegular Records. So,
And you knew the label beforehand?
I knew the label because of Ray. Because how the whole system works. Because, Ray's signed to Foundation.
Yeah.
And Santa Ana is, they distribute through Foundation.
Did you know it was going to be Cegular Records when you signed? Or did you just know it was going to be some label that you're managing?
Yes, I did know. Because after I made the phone call, that's when he gave me like the details on this whole situation. Like he gave me the scoop.
Were you familiar with the artist's music beforehand, or you found out more? Okay.
I knew of it. I knew of them because of Ray.
Okay.
On some stuff. Like Ray had told me like a year prior. About them. But again, I'm a big R&B head, so if I listen to stuff, I listen to stuff. If I don't, it's like,
What's your day-to-day like?
It depends on what's going on. So on a chill day-to-day, it could be like, simple phone calls, like scheduling stuff. Or it could, on a more busier side of things, it could be, we could be dealing with all three artists that's on the label. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Prada just dropped his album. We were working on that probably since January. So a lot of focus was on that whole time. We still got Stay Down. He was still dropping singles and videos and stuff like that. So it's a lot of multitasking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of deals are getting done behind the scenes between each artist. So it's like still being able to schedule meetings and follow up with different videographers about videos and making sure things are aligned and hitting the deadlines that they're supposed to.
And I'm sure a lot of people watching aren't familiar with the artist. Can you just say the artists you work with specifically?
So the artists that I work with include Prada Bag Shawty, Baby Stay Down, and 3 Hard.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since November.
Has your day-to-day changed, or like the responsibilities you have you seen them change from when you started to where you are now, or are you still in the process of, getting comfortable with it?
The more time that comes with it, the more rigorous it gets, because all of our artists are blowing up.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's damn near like hot fish grease. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the more popping things get, the more busy things are. So whether it's shows or appearances or deals, you feel what I'm saying, or tours. Like Prada's on a tour right now.
Yeah.
And then he's about to go on the 5P tour in May. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but don't be surprised when Stay Down go on tour. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that. So
even though the 3 artists are signed to the same label, what's it like managing them separately? Is there any like crossover, any collaborations, like arranging that between them? Do you guys push for that?
It's a line of respect. So everybody's their own individual creative.
Yeah.
So if somebody is not down for something, you can never force them to be down for something.
Right.
So realistically, you just keep those lines drawn. Like if collaboration happens, great. If it doesn't, it's no harm, no foul.
No need to push it.
You feel what I'm saying? There's no need to push.
And how involved are you on the creative side of the business versus the business side of it? Like you say you were working on Prada's album. Were you part of the song selection process, or you're just part of the rollout? How's that work?
So mainly a part of the rollout.
Okay.
Was I at the sessions, making sure the sessions were set up and stuff like that? Yeah, that's mainly what his manager does, who's also the founder of the label.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
So he goes through that. I mean, I do give input on like, yo, is this song hard? Is this song not hard?
Yeah.
If we do need a replacement, what should the replacement be?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it comes down to the artist. Like, the artist makes the final call.
Okay. And for people who are not familiar, what's the structure like of from Sony down to Seg to the artist? Who is part of what process? I know a lot of artists have multiple managers. Someone's like a day-to-day manager. Someone's like, the label manager. Like, what's the typical setup of who does what? Like the main people.
So it depends. So when the only artist right now that's being upstream through Santa Ana is Prada.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Stay Down is in that process of being upstream. So we're still working on that.
Yeah.
But when you're being upstreamed, it looks slightly different. Like your budgets look different. You might have a recording budget. You might have a marketing budget. You feel what I'm saying? These types of things.
Yeah.
Versus if you're not upstream, you might only have a marketing budget. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as Santa Ana's role, they are like the people they're the partners. You feel what I'm saying? For the label. So they are always in tune with what's going on, whether it's a tour, whether it's performances, whether it's marketing, seating, whatever. Like they're part of the machine. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Let me focus on Prada's album just because it's more recent.
Yeah.
What did the rollout process look for that in terms of timeline of when you need to have the songs finalized by, when you have to have the tour date set up? Like, what's the timeline for when you get everything done?
It's really we set the tone.
Okay.
So like when we had our meeting in New York in January, we kind of like laid the foundation while we were out there of like, okay, cool, we're gonna release the project. We're gonna turn the project in by this date, so we could release it by this date.
Yeah.
And there's certain like stipulations that you have to actually turn in a project in a certain amount of days, because it takes a certain amount of days to process.
Yeah.
So whereas like if you're your own distro, you can just upload your joint
whenever you need,
and it can just be there in a couple days.
Yeah.
The labels don't work like that.
Yeah.
It takes about 9 days to process any type of release. So thinking of it like that, we had to turn the project in by a certain date. That way we could have it released by a certain time. And that was back in January. So the conversation was pretty much like, okay, cool, we're gonna book these studio sessions for when we get back to the A, and then we gonna finish the album. And that's what happened. So I believe we booked about like 4, maybe 5 studio sessions to complete the album.
Yeah.
And then we turned it in.
And I know an album obviously takes a lot more work to get done, but is the distributing process the same for singles and albums? Like it's the same 9-day process?
Pretty much.
And how often do you see an artist coming up saying, oh, I want to do an album or I want to do a tour, versus the labels asking them to do one? Like, do you have to go to an artist and be like, all right, we need a project from you this year? Or is it whenever the artist is in that zone?
One thing that I can say about the artists on Cegular is that everybody's always recording.
Okay.
Coming from like my perspective, where at one point in my life I was an artist.
Yeah.
The way that they record, I was not recording like that. Like they record all the time. Like the music that's in the chamber is ridiculous. Like amongst everybody. So it's like it's mainly them. Yeah. Like it's mainly the artist that's like, yo, I'm trying to put this out, I'm trying to do this. And then it comes from the label like, okay, we'll take that, but it's like we gotta structure up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So Prada's a very specific case where it's like he can release singles, but he also, the goal is to complete his deal. Yeah. So having
You have
albums and
to
stuff like that. Like you have to complete
work towards
projects.
it.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So with that being said, it's like it's the same. It's the same thing. It's like all of our artists are eager to release. All of them are eager to perform. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just the energy. That's the energy that's cultivated. So
Yeah. It's also, you'll see, I feel like in a lot of these upcoming underground artists, like they're all young, like they're hungry, and they got no problem putting out music as much as they want to, because they're also putting out shit people haven't heard, like that sound. So I feel like, they want the world to know who they are. So it helps a lot versus bigger artists who are more established. They got a lot more shit to do. They could skimp out on dropping as much if they feel like it.
and that's to me, it's like to each his own, because you can be a big artist. Because I've seen bigger artists that still be in the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, I always commend our artists because they are always like, work ethic is not an issue.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, the reason they are where they are and their trajectory is what it is because of their work ethic. Like, telling you, I didn't have that as an artist. So like seeing it and being a part of that process makes me work even harder to make their vision happen. So whatever that may look like.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you said that artists have the final say usually, but at the end of the day, everyone has someone that they're responsible to responding to. You're going to have people that you have to respond to. The artist will have to respond to you in a certain way if they're signed. What's it like having to tell them things that they might not want to hear? Like, how did you develop
it's
doing that?
Am I allowed to cuss on here?
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. Like, it's fucking terrible. You never want to tell anybody what they don't want to hear, but it's like a responsibility that you have. So it's like, I'm fine with being the bad guy or being the villain, because at the end of the day, I'm older than all of our artists.
Yeah.
So I'm not old. I'm just older than them. Dang. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So scratch whatever you just said, scratch that shit. But it's like, you go through certain life experiences where it's like, you realize you're not bigger than the program. And when I say the program, I literally just mean life. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So when somebody's circumstances are different than yours, but they're at a different point in their life, you can't fault them for having the perspective that they have.
Right.
All you can do is advise, guide,
prepare them.
And prepare.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So in that's just the take that I have more times than not, when it's a situation where I have to deliver news that isn't so
pleasant.
Exactly. But one thing that I can say about our artists is that, bro, despite them being younger, they're receptive. Like, they trust their team. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So if it's something that we're saying and it's legit, like, they're gonna be like, even though I don't necessarily feel that same way, because you're telling me that and you're giving me that perspective, I'm gonna consider it. Yeah. And respectfully speaking, that's all
you can ask for, because you can't force nobody to do nothing.
Exactly. Right. So, and I big them up all the time because of that. Because it's like, you got to think, there are people who are arrogant, conceited, and all these things, like, full of themselves. Yeah. That gets in their own way.
This is your first, like, I would say, first big step in the industry, right? Yeah. That you're making a name for yourself, essentially. So coming into it, did you always have that perspective of, like, I got no issue being the bad guy, I know what needs to get done? Or did you have to develop that, like, earn respect, essentially, to where people will heed your advice?
It was a little bit of both. Like, the thing is, I'm authentically me during the whole process. Right. So it took time. You feel what I'm saying? For people to kind of gauge, damn, who's this? Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a point in time where people wasn't picking up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, off the pure fact, like, I don't know who this is for real. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So over time, it took that, just consistency, showing up and familiarity over time that, okay, so that's who Diz is. So, and then over time, that's when things kind of open up, that's when people, start trusting a little bit more and stuff like that.
Listen, I remember a few years ago, we used to just go do photo shoots, everyone's just smoking all the time, drinking, just having a good time.
Allegedly,
in dreams and in GTA. But now everyone got their own lifestyle. Everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's in their own lane. And I remember when you told us you was moving to Atlanta, I had so much faith in our group of people and creatives that to me at that point in time, it didn't make sense for anyone to leave because I was so confident that as a group, we could make something of ourselves. And slowly if people started leaving, it would ruin that. But everyone's succeeding in their own way. How do you feel about where your life is now? Like you're doing what you wanted to be doing, you moving out there. Did you feel like that was the best move? Do you feel like you could have done better in Boston? Like, how do you feel about where your life is in terms of career?
For me, it was everything because I still remember the moment that I made the decision to move to Atlanta. And it was based on a simple conversation. And the words that were spoken, the person that I was speaking to at the time, his name is Amir. He's a rapper as well. But the thing that I kind of like salute him on, not only is he a signed artist, he's a college graduate and he works on Wall Street.
Wow.
Which, random as hell.
Random as hell, yeah.
But
great for him, but
through circles, we connected. And we just had a one-on-one conversation one day. And I told him about my situation, how I was leaving school, and I had dropped out after my first semester, and bro was just like, dog, if you got the opportunity to go out there, like the worst that can happen is you like have to come back home. Yeah. Like, but don't waste an opportunity just because you can. You feel what I'm saying? And from that moment on, it was just like, okay, bet. You feel what I'm saying? Mind you, I had just started making a little bit of pay from like just the jobs that I was working, because I was working multiple jobs. Yeah. And it was just like, it was different. But I had the opportunity to get up and just dip. So I did. And the way that God works is like, I only had a week span, like 5 days, not a full week. I had a work week to get all my documents in to like be re-registered back into school. So between that, I had scheduled my physical, I scheduled my immunizations, I scheduled a time I wrote a letter to the president. Like I worked with my dad to write this letter, and I've sent it to everybody. And there was only one person that responded. And at the time, she was a dean of the school. So she was a dean for my major, actually. So she responded, she got me right. She made sure like I was able to re-register and get my overrides into my classes and stuff like that. And I literally was re-registered within a week's time. Apply for housing and all that, like within a work week. So that's when I knew. I was like, okay, it's real. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. I came out to Atlanta like not having anything to lose, because I done gave Boston damn near everything. So I didn't have anything to lose at that point. So going to Atlanta gave me the opportunity to get exposed to different things. I went out there wanting to be an artist, bro. Or actually just being an art. I was an artist already. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it exposed me to different intricacies of the industry that intrigued me.
Yeah, I mean, my first impression of you, for a long time, it was just, all I knew was there was a guy named Diz in the group chat. And then I think we just went out for a photo shoot with the guys, and you were there, and I was introduced to your music. And I mean, all of us have grown as artists, but you were the original, like, oh, he could make it as an artist. Like, he got the voice, he could sing. Because from what I know, you've been doing music since you were very young. Yeah. So when you moved out to the A, I slowly saw you being a little less responsive to making music. If I'm, sending you a song, or like just you releasing music, I saw you slowly get slowed down in that process. And I was like, damn, like, I feel like, he had a chance to make it. But on the flip side, I was seeing you post all the shit you're doing with your school, like the events, like all these people you're meeting. So I'm like, oh shit, he's working out there and he's making connections, which, long term, that's going to be a lot more beneficial. And now I see that you're here, and like, look at the position you're in. Do you ever think about if you went that other route and actually pursued just being an artist instead? Do you ever think about that, or you're like, you're good where you're at? This is what you want to
I
do.
want to preface this. I am good where I'm at, but the times that I did think about it after dealing with artists, it's like a slippery slope. Because there's certain avenues and challenges that come with being an artist, bro.
Right.
Like, it's a certain mindset and a certain like grit that comes with that. Now, on the flip side to what I'm doing, like being an executive, there's a certain grit that comes with that too. Realistically, I wasn't really thinking about the grit of being an executive.
Right.
I just went for it and did it.
Yeah.
And doing it. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think too hard. The thing is, with the artist stuff, I was thinking too hard. That's where I'm like, damn, I'm kind of grateful for just being multifaceted, like having transferable skills to being able to like, okay, cool. I'm still a creative at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? I still have an ear for music. I can still tell you what sounds good without having to be the person performing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like a death of an ego situation. Like, I never really had an ego when it came to that. And that's where I feel like that's kind of where I transcended.
And now that you have both perspectives of the behind the scenes of being an artist and on the business side, what's one of the biggest misconceptions about being an artist?
You have to put the work in. Like, I don't say that just to be cliche. I literally mean, like, there are people outworking you. Like, I'm watching it happen.
Yeah.
Like, and you might think like, oh my gosh, like it's because these people are in these situations. These people who are in these situations were the same people that got themselves in those situations.
They put themselves there.
It didn't just happen because of coincidence. Like, they put the work in. And that's the piece where it's just like, that's the biggest misconception. Like, people think like, okay, if I have the talent, I'm gonna just get scooped up. But talent has to be developed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to make the conscious decision to be like, you know what? I'm going to become great. I'm not just gonna rely on somebody being like, oh, you're dope. Let me make you a star. This is not a Disney Channel movie game. Like,
Disney Channel and gang in the same sentence.
This is how people eat. This is how people live.
Right.
So people's not just going out their way to be like, oh, let me make you a star.
People are hungry. They need to live.
It takes time for people to feel in their heart of hearts, in their gut, in their faith. Oh, that's one of them ones.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I realized this when I was doing music a lot more of some people really think that just because you have the talent, like you keep just posting videos or posting songs, someone's going to recognize it and you're going to get signed and you're going to be performing at concerts. But people don't realize how much effort you have to put in on the business side. Even just as a low-level artist, if you don't have a team, you have to understand the business aspect because you have to market it. The people don't just randomly stumble upon somebody. Because I realized, like, people in Boston, when I first started making music, I was like, damn, a lot of these people are better than me, but I could put up more numbers just because I know how to market it better.
That's the thing where it's like, nowadays people are more focused on who has the bigger face. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The reason I chose to be an executive is for the simple fact that there's more money on this side.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a different avenue that you gotta go down, but it's way more money on this side. Like, you're able to see everything because the money that you as the artist get, I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
Because guess who I'm connected with? I'm connected with not only your distributor, but I'm connected to your publisher on a network level. Like, so it's different.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, so going back to what you said about just having the knowledge, right? When you're an independent artist coming up, you have to know where your money's coming from or, how to market yourself and stuff like that. Because if you don't, you're missing out. Like, that's where the transition for me, why it was so easy, was simply because I wasn't as willing to go full-fledged in that and to fully market myself and to fully know where all my money's coming from. I know that now because of the relationships I've cultivated, the conversations that I've had with other industry professionals.
Yeah.
And seeing it firsthand. Like, you got to have your BMI, you got to have your ASCAP, you got to have your sound exchange, you got to have all these different registered instruments for your music.
Hey, yeah, even I've been doing music for a while. We just talked about BMI and ASCAP. Like,
Yeah.
I did not know any of that shit, and that's just free pay you're missing out on.
Yeah. Mind you, we all have done crazy numbers. So it's like, to think, damn, I ain't never collected that.
Yeah.
I just collected my little whatever from distro, and oh.
And as an artist, that's your responsibility to know that that exists.
Exactly. So what happens is most people think like, okay, cool, I'm going to just get signed and they're going to take care of it for me. Whole time, it's certain stipulations that come with getting signed, bro. Especially if you don't have the leverage.
It's not free money.
It's not free bread. Like, when you have and you get the opportunity, and this goes to any artist that gets, you know, an advance or gets signed or gets an opportunity to receive funding in a way that they never have before, remember, this is a job. So invest in that first. You know, you ultimately want to take care of yourself, but invest in the job in a way that it's less costly later. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And you've been making music since a kid, and you were, you know, always singing and shit like that, from what
Yeah.
I know. You've been doing it a lot longer than people in our circle. How did you feel about your creative process when, you know, a little bit later, around, I don't know, 2020, 2021, we all started kind of getting into music and doing the studio sessions? What was it like having, you know, a group around you versus
Y'all used to
doing
make
the
me
shit?
mad as hell. Like, y'all made me mad as hell. Cause the thing is, I'm at the time, I'm the only melodic rapper, singer, whatever you wanted to call it, right?
Yeah.
Y'all over here doing doing all this drum music.
Sturdy.
Y'all doing all this drum music and shit.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Jamal, don't pull out the nine. Like, the fuck?
Hey, don't say yo.
You have drill music out on the internet right now as we speak. I will tell you right now, I'm not on any drill beat you can think of and or find.
Nothing wrong with a little drill. And if I send you a drill open at the end of the day, you're gonna get on it. So yeah, you got a little.
Do not consent to that message. Like,
It's facts. Listen, by the time this comes out, I'm gonna have him on a drill beat. That's a fact.
no. No.
How's it been like seeing your friends grow in the music industry from when, you know, just a few years ago, where me, Ray, like a bunch of us that were making music are, compared to where we are now, and our thought process and the creative direction?
So what people fail to realize is that this has been like between me and Ray, because our dads are in the music industry. So it just so happened me and Ray became best friends as kids. And one day we were like 9, sitting on my porch, and we decided we was gonna make music. And from that day, I was the one who kind of initiated it. That day, actually, Ray surprised me with some like crazy wordplay. Like, we were just rhyming words, and at the time I'm 9, so you rhyming dictionary with Pictionary,
Crazy.
or visionary, like,
Crazy.
was crazy to me. I was like,
Oh, shit.
shit.
Oh shit.
oh shit.
We out the hood with this
We're
one.
out the hood with this one. Like, but that led to us having a conversation again at 9, saying like, yo, one day we're gonna have our own record label. And ironically, we started it at 9. So it's not on the internet anymore because of myself, I like to think, because I damn near wiped everything off the internet. But we would do covers to songs, and there were a couple covers that we did. I'm not gonna say to what songs, but some great vibes.
How'd the covers come out?
Oh, they came out. They was banging. Like, it was tough. Like, they came out banging. From that point on, that's when I took music more serious. But at the same time, that's when Ray started doing his social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 9, 10, and then as I started, you know,
Some young bulls working.
Yeah, like really, like as because what people also don't know, me and Ray spent a lot of time together. Like, it wasn't until we got to be teenagers and like damn near adults, where shit was like, damn, we can't spend this much time together anymore. Like,
you gotta do your own shit.
We gotta do our own things. But going back to when we were like 9 or 10, he was doing the social media thing and testing it out, and I was doing the music thing. So I'm writing freestyles and putting them out and gaining notoriety, you know, in the town I went to school in and all this stuff. And yeah, like that's what initially sparked all of this. And then my older brother, whose name is also Ray, he took me to the studio one day because so my two older brothers, really all three of my older brothers made music. But it was really two of them that like took music very seriously. And one of my older brother, Raymond, he took me to the studio with him one day while he was recording music. And he had some extra time left. And he was like, yo.
Get on the mic.
You want to record something? And I had something already. You feel what I'm saying? I had something already prepped. That ended up being Ride or Die. For those that know. Remember. Yeah, for those that remember that. And that ended up being like my breakout song. Like that was the song everybody knew me for. That, you know, when they saw me, they would sing to me and all that kind of stuff. Like,
right.
And fast forward to, I want to say 2015, maybe 2016, we decided, okay, he convinced me to do the social media thing. It took that long. Mind you, he's been doing it since we were 10.
Yeah.
So you fast forward maybe like 4 or 5 years, I'm just now getting on board. I probably gained like 50K followers in a week on my own personal page. Like, and it was like, oh.
Hold on.
Right? And this is before Instagram did the algorithm change. So you're at the top of everybody's feed. I'm 3 posts in on the hour, every hour, by the hour.
On that.
Okay, word. Now I'm getting promos. Next thing I know, I'm at 100K. Promos going stupid. Like at this point, me and Ray's just chilling, ordering Domino's every day. Like we just chilling. Like
young boys.
We playing basketball every day. Just we was kicking it. Like
lit. Just
lit.
Comfortable.
Young. Just these.
Life was good.
This was the original term of it. Like young niggas. Like we was the original YNs. Like we was really just. Our parents was asking us where our money was coming from.
You're chilling. You work for it. Everyone else
just gonna PayPal you. Just send that through though.
Right.
I'm gonna send it through PayPal, but just send that through. But you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so to fast forward to, I want to say 2021. That's when like, not only are we making music as a group, but everybody's kind of getting into that social media bag.
Right.
Which to fast forward to now to see how everybody's kind of blossomed, bro. I kid you not. Like it literally is everything, and it means everything because. Obviously, some of our friends, we can't really speak of. Like, for confidentiality reasons.
Purposes, right.
You feel what I'm saying? But they know who they are. They know how great they're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, the thing is, it rooted here in this nucleus of a friend group. You feel what I'm saying? So, to answer your question, bro, it's amazing to see. Like, shit was not always like this, bro. Like, ever. So for it to be like this, where even like yourself opening up the studio, like you gotta really think, like, first off, this shit's not for the weak. Like you really had to like do this shit, and we're all doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good to see.
Bro, I remember, not many people know, but the first music video I ever shot and edited was for you, Vanish. You gave me my first opportunity.
I think I scrubbed it off the internet. I think I did.
Rightfully so. Because of the video itself. But you gave me my first break with the music video shit. And now we're sitting at a studio I was able to open, talking about you being a label manager at Sony. So life is, God bless. And can only be grateful. Because I feel like there was a period of time where I was... I was nervous for everybody in the group in terms of it didn't feel like anybody was progressing in a direction which set you up for success long term.
Well, let's preface this point because you were the only one that went to Northeastern, was working at Tesla while driving a Tesla, and life was good. It wasn't until you like left Tesla where like things started to shift for you in a way.
Yeah, I was pretty, I talked about this in the intro. I was pretty straightforward. Like, I just went to school, went to college, was looking for a job before I realized, you know, there's other shit to life and there's better stuff. So just being someone who cares a lot about the people around me, I was trying to figure out, you know, how my friends are going to be set up for long-term success. Short-term is fairly easy to get for people if they just lock in, but setting up something for long-term is more difficult. And at the time, I also didn't have as much knowledge. So seeing my friends that are not in college or things, you know, if you don't know the structure or the direction they're going to take, it was just like, you know, it's people I care about. So I was just nervous on what's going to happen. But everyone found their way. Everyone is doing, there's nobody I can think of where, you know, I'm at all concerned for. Everyone's going to be set. And I think everyone's putting the work to be set. There's a lot of people I feel like when they don't have the structure in their life, it's easy to just kind of get lazier, and slowly over time you lose like that motivation. But I think everyone around us is still hungry for it. Everyone's getting there. So it's glad to see. And I'm happy with, you know, the friends I have and everything and the group that we put ourselves in. Oh my God. Speaking of putting yourself into, you know, the right position for success, how's the Grammys?
Oh, damn.
You went to the Grammys.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you, bro. That was a moment. Like, and it wasn't just a moment for me. It was a moment for my family, dog. Like, I've spoken on this just about what I've been doing in Atlanta for 4 years now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and it was a journey. Like, at first it was like the many confirmations. Like, okay, you meet this person here, you meet this person there, you might go to this event, you might go to that event. Cool. Then it went from just being at events to you might be the one curating certain things, or you might be a part of certain things. And then it's like, damn, now the events you're going to are a little upper echelon, and now there's different caliber people there. To the point you just keep rinsing and repeating, and then you get to the point of this past January where I took the chance and just went to LA to go to the Grammys. And what made that possible was all the work that I did prior. So all the connections that I made prior is what made my Grammy experience happen. You feel what I'm saying? People like Jason Reddick, people like, you know, my homegirl Dominique. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and there's just other people I'm not naming, but made that experience possible. My dog Amir Duke. You feel what I'm saying? Like, connections and things that have occurred over the past 4 years that allowed for that to happen. And I'm glad it happened when it did, and I'm glad it didn't happen prematurely. You feel what I'm saying? Because that was a big moment for my family. Because I'm the only one in my family outside of my dad that is successful in music. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I know it's probably huge for your family and for yourself as an executive, but growing up wanting to be an artist, that's like a big thing for your artist self, that you're able to be at like the biggest stage for musicians and put yourself in a position where, you know, the work you did put you there. Congrats on doing all that. That takes work ethic that people don't understand, to be able to get to that level at our age. That shit was crazy to see you post and all that shit. And it's just like, yo, every time I think of Diz, I'm thinking about he's working at any given point in time. He's making connections. He's putting himself in a position for success so he can put the people around him in a position for success. What you're doing now, has it affected your relationships, either with friends or personal relationships, in a good or negative way?
Both. Because, you know, the thing is, it's a learning process, bro. Like, being in this industry it's a learning process. And really, it kind of goes across the board, across industries. But the music industry is very specific. And you're either built for it or you're not. And with that being said, it's like, bro, I done been broken down and built back up and broken down and built back up, like, on numerous occasions. Like, right. To the point where if somebody who's close to me doesn't fully understand the intricacies that come with being in music, they might feel some type of way about the results that they're able to get from me.
Yeah.
So what I've had to do is be more intentional and be more effective in my communication and just being transparent. Like, I'm not here to change the blueprint. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the blueprint is the blueprint. Meaning, like, there are certain things that you have to be understanding of when it comes to, like, either ask for certain things or request certain things or try to accomplish certain things. When you try to step into certain territories, you have to be understanding of those intricacies, whatever it is. Like, one major key that people forget, and even myself, like, it took me a while to learn, like, when it comes to this music stuff, bro, like, you can't just expect for somebody to be like, you ask for something and then it's like, here you go. You can't think of it like that. People, this is how people eat, bro. People live, people eat. Like, people do business with who they mess with. If I'm asking you for something and I can genuinely do it, I will genuinely do it. But if you're asking me for something that's requiring me to pull on something that may not be something that is worth it for me to pull on, I'm going to let you know, yo, you might have to go a different direction. It may not happen through me. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
You have a lot more to lose if
in certain cases, like,
situations.
it's because it's unfortunate, because this is something that I've, like, tried to, like, speak on, but it's not, like, much to do. But it's like politics, bro. Like, there's a lot of politics that come with the industry.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't just, it's not a lot of things that are just black and white.
Right.
It's a lot of nuance. And you have to just be understanding of those different intricacies and those differences. Like, so you don't take things personal. That's the key. In the beginning, bro, all my friends know me. I'm an emotional being, and there's no shame in my game. I'm just a genuine, authentic person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I treat others how I want to be treated. Sometimes I get burnt in the process. It is what it is. It is what it's gonna be. I'm not changing that side of me for the sake of somebody else's perspective.
Like, if I'm asking you for something, or to you to pull on some strings, and obviously I don't want it to look like, oh, I'm only asking you because you have access to this. Like, that's the only reason I'm friends with you. Like, I need to understand that you pulling on some strings requires you utilizing one of your connections, and you don't want them feeling the same way, that you're just utilizing them for a greater purpose. So essentially, like, you have a little bit more to lose in that situation than I do. So I think a lot of people struggle with understanding that fact. And I think that's also where, when you see someone around you become successful, the stories you hear about people leeching and stuff, it's them failing to understand that the person put themselves in a position where they gained a lot, but that means they also have a lot to lose.
Again, the blueprint is the same. Like, when it comes to the times that people talk about, you know, when Atlanta was this big ass, like, just field of socializing. And
right.
It was thriving in all these different things, like, where you could play the background. Things aren't like that anymore. Times have changed. Where it's like, people need to know who you are. People need to see who you are. People need to be aware of who you are in the work that you do. So when I'm preaching, like, bro, as much as I can go out and be like, yo, I got this guy and he does this and this, because there's certain people, there's only a select few people that I'll go out of my way for, pull on a connect, and not be remorseful about it or anything like that.
Right.
Just because I know their work is pure. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't expect that from people. You just got to be able to show up in the ways that people are advising you to show up to, you know, gain the benefits of it. Because the more you show up, the more opportunities come with showing up.
You put it perfect. Like, the blueprint is the blueprint. And by your success, you can just show people more of the blueprint, but you can't change the blueprint for them. All right, to finish it off, one piece of advice to upcoming artists on either what they need to make sure they're doing, or like a big mistake you see from upcoming artists? Like, just one piece of advice.
Be different and like really hone in on that sound. Like over here, we hot as fish grease, bro. Like, and it's like everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really be different. You can't feel like you're just sounding the same. Like, I pay attention to artists that sound different. You know what I'm saying? They may not fit the mold of Cegular, but to me, it's like, okay, this is something worth paying attention to. Oh, I know you gonna do something because I could tell you practice this sound.
Right.
And it's different. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the effort shows when the amount of effort you put into your craft.
Yeah,
you can't cruise by. The market's so saturated. Everyone's making music and shit. You gotta show why you're worth.
And you gotta lock in with a producer. Like,
that's something people don't realize. YouTube beats don't cut it.
You gotta lock in with a producer.
YouTube beats don't cut it, bro.
Like
anymore.
The thing about Seg, bro, I've really watched him curate a sound, and I'm watching him do it.
Nah, he built some shit. Like the way he structured his shit, that's definitely like.
So that's the advice that I would give to any artist is like, yo, lock in with a producer.
Lock in with a producer. Put some work into your shit. You know, the free shit, everyone's going to be doing the free shit. So you're going to have to invest some time, money, effort into yourself. That's just the way it is. That's the blueprint.
Facts.
Can't change it. But I appreciate you coming on. I know you came straight from the airport. I'm sure you're tired. Great conversation. I learned a lot. I know the people watching learned a lot. And next week, we'll see y'all with another guest. Like, comment, and subscribe for more podcasts.